Viva, viva Palästina!
Okay. Vielen Dank für die kurze Geduld. Als nächstes möchte ich gerne Dhoruba bin Wahad anmoderieren. Er ist ehemaliger Black Panther und Mitglied der Black Liberation Army. Und er hat uns eine Grußbotschaft direkt aus Ghana geschickt. Und wir hoffen, es funktioniert technisch. Ich bitte euch, vielleicht alle ein bisschen näher zu kommen, damit man es gut versteht.
This is Dhoruba bin Wahad. Presently, I'm in West Africa, and I want to send my solidarity to the BDS Austria and to the sincere anti-racist forces in Europe and in Austria in particular. And I think that standing up for to dismantle and to abolish the edifice of white supremacy that the European Union now embodies is a very important struggle. It's a struggle that hits on all of those things that your generation holds of value. That's anti-racism, human rights, anti-sexism, anti-misogyny, and of course anti-fascism. And having mentioned the latter, let me just say this. It's impossible or it's unlikely that any organization or group of organizations that claim to be anti-racist and anti-white supremacists and anti-imperialists, anti-New Age imperialists, on the side of oppressed people, and who claim to be on the side of oppressed people in the Southern Hemisphere, to take the side of Zionism and to buy into the lie and the mistruth and fake news that Israel, a European settler state, is somehow, some way, an anti-racist proposition, that it is, and that to be opposed to the white supremacy of the European settler state of Israel is to, in fact, be anti-Semitic. Of course, I won't go into the fact that the Ashkenazi a line of Judaism or Judaism or Yiddish are in fact Semitic peoples. They're not. They're Europeans. They converted to Judaism and were subjected to pogroms and persecution and attempted genocide by fascists, Nazis, and authoritarian regimes in European nobility. This has been an ongoing occurrence for centuries in Europe. So when we claim to be anti-fascist and yet still side with and defend the white supremacist state of Israel, which is in fact fascistic in its treatment of the Palestinian people, it's a colonized proposition in terms of balkanizing the Middle East and disrupting the unity of oppressed people in the region. For anyone to claim that they are somehow anti-fascist and support this this racist apartheid entity is clearly confused, are clearly misinformed. And so I just want to say to those forces who are opposing the BDS movement in Austria and in Europe and claim to be anti-fascist, that you need to investigate white supremacy, its organization, the empires that arose using the animus of white supremacy and European conquest. You need to go back to history and see that you, in fact, have sided with Satan and made a pact with the devil. So I just want to end that by saying right on to the young people, the people of color, and the progressive people in Austria who are opposing the racist apartheid state and oppression of the Palestinian people, the the use of the European state of Israel as a bludgeoning a tool for United States hegemony and white supremacy across the Middle East and North Africa. I want to say that we stand in solidarity with you here in the abolitionist movement and Pan-African movement in the United States and here in Africa.